Hi, Mike. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. What I wanted to do is just give you a quick look at how Google views and ranks your website in the search results. So, by knowing how the program works, you can use it to your advantage to increase the traffic to your site by getting it listed on the first page, so that way you're the first click and the first call when anybody's searching for services in your area. So, I've got your website pulled up here, and one of the problems I'm seeing right off the bat, unfortunately, is that there isn't a whole lot of text and information on the page. The reason why that's a problem is because in order for Google to rank your site, it's using two different methods. First is it's looking at the content, so it's going to count all the words on the page. It really wants to see about 1,000 to 1,500 words per page because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert you are in your field of service. Now, while it's counting all the words, it's also looking for keywords, which would be anything that somebody would type into Google, which is usually a service and then a location. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one keyword for every 100 to 150 words of text on the page. The second way that Google ranks your website in the list is based on its authority. Now, the two ways that you build authority to your website would be getting what's called a citation. Now, that is any time that your name, address, or phone number is listed in an online directory like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, things like that. Most of these directories are free. It just takes some time to find them, register, and then input all your business information. The second way that you build authority on your website is what's called a backlink, which is when another website links or refers back to your website. Google uses this as an endorsement to build trust because others are vouching for you. It's similar to a customer review, where if you had 1 or 100 or 1,000 5-star reviews, customers would think pretty highly of your business. Google is doing the same thing except with other websites. So to see how this determines where your website ranks in the list, if we go back to our search, I did Dedham because that's your home base. So you guys are obviously showing up in the map pack, which is what this section is. That's usually a good thing because a lot of customers will just end up clicking on these top 3. Below the map pack is what we call the organic search results. Now, this is where the authority or the trust that Google has in your website comes into play as to where you rank on the list. Now, even though you're in the map pack, you're nowhere to be found in the organic listings for your home area. And then as soon as we go out of that area, you're not even in the map pack either. So to demonstrate how this all works, what I've done is I just put your website into this tool that I use, and it basically just shows me what Google sees when it's crawling your website for both the authority and the content. So as you can see here, because there isn't any kind of information on the first page, you're not showing up for any kind of keywords. Now, in order to get more authority, we need to add some more of those websites that link back to you. So that's a combination of those citations of the different directories and then also other websites. So for instance, if a news article was written about the best roofers in the Boston area, and inside that article it had a link that the reader could click and it links them back to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Just by comparison, what I've done is this was the top organic search result in Dedham, so you can see how much he is getting referrals and some keywords that he's being found for. And then this company was in all 3 cities, either the first or second listing, and you can see how many referrals that they're getting from websites. Obviously, they've got a lot of keywords because they have a lot of back pages. But something to keep in mind is it's not just all about the quantity, it's also the quality of the link. It has to be relative to your profession. So for instance, if Pizza Hut was linking back to your website, Google wouldn't give you any authority for that because it understands that you're a roofer, you're not making pizzas. So I can't really look at your keywords, but if we go into somebody that is ranking in Dedham, you can see all the words that are being found on their website that people are searching for, and then also the volume, which is the number of times per month that that's being typed into Google search. So let's see, if we went down to roofer companies in Boston, that's being searched 150 times per month. So if you were on the first page of Google, that means 150 people are seeing your website when they're searching. If we're going to be really conservative, let's say only 10% of those people actually click on your site and give you a call. So that's 15 calls you're getting. And then if we're even more conservative, and let's say only a third of those people actually want to get a roof done, now you're talking 5 jobs that come in because of this one keyword, because you're ranked up on the page in Google that people can see. So I don't know what the profit margin is, but 5 jobs per month off of one keyword, and then we do that same thing with as many high volume keywords as we can find, so that way every time somebody is searching that, you come up on the page, they see you, click and call, and then your website is now building revenue for your business. But as I said, you would have to add a whole lot more content onto the page, so that way those keywords could be found organically in the sentences and paragraphs. So I hope this information was helpful and it allows you to scale the website so that way you can get onto the search results. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or would like me to go into any further detail about anything. We could also talk about your goals, and I can do some research to find out what it would take for you to reach those. I always love getting feedback as well to find out if information like this is useful for you, so please let me know your thoughts. Thank you, and I look forward to speaking with you.